Hello, welcome to Cindy's Library. And today I am going to be talking about my plans for November. Exciting, exciting. Little did I know that November also has a theme, which is Nonfiction November. I'm more of a fiction person personally, but I do not mind picking up the occasional nonfiction. So to start with, I am doing two for nonfiction November. First, Jane and Dorothy, as in Jane Austen and Dorothy Wordsworth. This is by Marion Weavers. Jane and Dorothy were contemporaries, apparently not born too far apart from each other. They both had some literary inclinations, and yet they ended up living very different lives, and so I'm excited to find out what that is all about and learn more about their era. I'm also wanting to read William and Dorothy Wordsworth, All in Each Other, and this is by Lucy Newlin. So, just as Cassandra was a very important part of Jane's life, clearly William was very important to Dorothy's life. And so I think this will give a pretty good picture of Dorothy Wordsworth. So I'm excited to learn more about her because she sounds, from what little I know, quite interesting. And so, yes, that is what I will be working on for nonfiction November. As for what else I'm going to be working on, let's see. I was able to find, let's see, where is it? The Napoleon of Notting Hill by G.K. Chesterton on audiobook. And so I will be listening. I've already actually started. I'll be listening to this, followed by probably The Everlasting Man, also by G.K. Chesterton. So those are my audiobook plans, and if I get that done, I'll probably be listening to Three Men in a Boat. I forget who the author is, but it's late Victorian and it's supposed to be quite funny, and I also found that on audiobook. And that should take me through November audiobook-wise. Well, I decide what my big listen on audiobook will be after that. Les Mis, War and Peace, Paradise Lost and Found, The Fairy Queen. Got some possibilities. And I may also be listening to Lilith and The Back of the North Wind by George MacDonald. I listened to Fantasies by George MacDonald for Victober. I'll be talking about that soon. But yes, so that will leave Man Alive by G.K. Chesterton and The Man Who Knew Too Much, also by G.K. Chesterton, which will mostly finish out my G.K. Chesterton series. I read Orthodoxy, not this past summer, but the summer before, thanks to Joy Clarkson's reading group. And so if I can read all of this, I have already read also, which one is it? The Man Who Was Thursday. I've already read that one. So if I can also fit in Heretics somewhere in there, that will finish out what I have planned for G.K. Chesterton currently. I also want to read some short novels that I have by Elizabeth Gaskell, Mr. Harrison's Confessions, My Lady Ludlow, and The Moorland Cottage. Excited to get through all of these. Might very well not get through all of that I've mentioned, but they're the type of things that'll be easier to fit in between the cracks, and so I'm hopeful to get at least several of them done. For Tolkien Talk, look forward to Leaf by Niggle. It is probably my favorite, and I'm so excited to talk about this with you guys later in November. As far as Jane Austen, not novels but inspired, I've got The Longbourn Letters by Rose Zervitova, and so excited to do that one. Basically, it is Mr. Bennet's correspondence with Mr. Collins, so should be lots of musing in that one. And if I do have time, I'd like to read Longbourn too, which is Pride and Prejudice from the servants' perspective. I've just started Jane Austen's letters, and so I'll be slowly working my way through that. And I've actually made some progress on The Art of Biblical Narrative by Robert Alter. And so I'm excited to continue with this one. As for pure fun, no, I haven't finished Thrawn Ascendancy Chaos Rising yet. I need to do that. This is a must this month. Keep me to that. By Timothy Zahn and Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. Also have to finish this one. Actually, I haven't even started it yet, so November sounds like a good month to read some Susanna Clarke. Since I finished Northanger Abbey, Sense and Sensibility is up next. Don't know if I'll get more than a few chapters done, but we shall see. And History of Middle-earth, Volume 10, Morgoth's Ring. Oh, got through a lot of it, but I still have to finish the notes from the Atherbeth and everything after that, and I have to do that quickly because the Mythgard Academy has just finished this book and we are doing Dante's Inferno next. So that is the plan. This is a must. I have to get through it here quickly. And as I have time, Wives and Daughters by Elizabeth Gaskell. Excited to try this one. And made some progress in Prisoner of Azkaban, but I'm not finished with it yet. So see if we can't finish this in November. And as always, I'm continuing through the letters of J.R.R. Tolkien. I have made a bit of progress. I'm nearly halfway through now, but need to make some more progress. Let's see, and this month, The Gentleman and the Thief by Sarah Eden is coming out. Yeah, her first book in this series, The Highwayman and the Lady, was absolutely great. If you love the idea of penny dreadfuls, I think this continues the adventures of the dreadful penny society and those connected with them, so should be a lot of fun. Blades of Freedom by Nathan Hale, graphic novel. Nathan Hale's Hazardous Tales, where in graphic novel format he tells of exciting events in American history. starting with the spy Nathan Hale during the Revolutionary War. He's done all sorts of things. The Donner Dinner Party. He has done Ironclads during the Civil War. He has done Lafayette. He has done Harriet Truman or Harriet Tubman. I'm not sure I'm saying her last name right, and many, many, many others. So I'm excited to see what he is coming up with this time. Blades of Freedom. Something about Haiti, Napoleon, and a Louisiana Purchase. So should be good times. The Missing Prince, which will be book 4 in his Royal Ranger series, which follows his Ranger's Apprentice series. So should be good times with that. Also, always a good time with the Rangers of Aurelian. Let's see. Hollowpox, The Hunt for Morrigan Crow by Jessica Townsend. That one just came out, and so I need to read it. Then I will do a video about the books that have come out so far. Not sure how much I'll be able to actually say about this book without giving spoilers by the time I've read it, but I will certainly give an introduction to the series and give my stamp of approval. Or not, but I'll probably be giving my stamp of approval. I enjoyed the first 2 books that much. The Midnight Bargain by C.L. Polk. Might get to that. Sounded interesting. Magic or Love. What choice would you make between those 2? And An Equal Affections. That one I have on ebook. Don't know that I'll get to that one, but it did sound rather interesting, where Pride and Prejudice takes a bit of a different twist, and we'll see how that ends up. So, those are my plans for November. Some things I obviously have to get through. Thrawn Ascendancy, Piranesi, Volume 10 of the History of Middle-earth, and I will definitely be doing Leaf by Niggle for you guys. And I'm sure I'll be getting through a lot of these smaller books, but how many, that is the question. But that's okay, it's all for fun. So, those are my November plans, reading-wise. I'd love to hear your November plans. Are you planning on doing Nonfiction November? And if so, what subject are you going to study? What book are you going to read for it? You only have to read 1 nonfiction book to count. So, love to hear about it. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, suggestions, love to hear about them in the comments below. And until next time, I hope you stay healthy and safe, and as always, happy reading.